with that hat on.
So what about my hat?
I said you gotta represent how hood you is with that hat on.
Goonies never die.
Christina, it's on you.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Rise Up family? It's your girl Red Gal Sash. We back for another season of Let's Talk About It. Let's talk our shit. Today we got Andre the Torch Robinson as usual, my handy dandy co-host. And today we got a new face, a new personality, gonna bring his flavor back to Let's Talk About It. That's Malachi. Say what's up, Malachi. Say what's up to the Rise Up family.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? It's your boy the Fox. I go by the Fox. We gonna keep it like that, alright?
So y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. We get in here and we talk our shit about this news that we hear on TV with our perspective. So tonight we gonna jump right in. We're gonna jump right in with the local news. And you know our normal lineup is local news, world news, entertainment, sports, fashion, and whatever we want to put in the turn up and burn up tonight. So if for those of you that do the show with us that don't know what turn up and burn up is, we have a call-in selection or you can jump into the comments or whatever. And we talk about what we think is the new fad, if it's a turn up or is it a burn it up. What's up, Marcus? How you doing? Once again, welcome to
What's
the Rise Up.
good? What's good,
And it's
man?
our second, actually, it's our third season of Let's Talk About It. So we're gonna get right in. We're gonna jump right into local news. Local news being the most important thing of the day is we already know that we're talking about COVID and Delta and the Delta COVID. The Delta is COVID Delta 8, I believe. Quote, change in the comments if I'm wrong. Go ahead and let your girl know. Basically, we know that the variant for COVID has always been around. Blah blah blah. Everybody is getting vaccinated. Everybody wants to place blame on everybody for the vaccination being resurged, right? But in all actuality, it's just a bunch of nasty ass individuals because it really doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or if you're non-vaccinated. It's facts. I'm not lying to nobody right here. So you know, it's just it's just
Why they
people
gotta
being
be gay,
nasty. Y'all know what it is. So you can
motherfucker?
be vaccinated, had your third, your second, third shot, where it's two. I don't know. I'm not vaccinated. Judge me if you want. Get in the comments, and I still don't care. So that's how that goes. So how do you guys feel about them now with the surge of COVID coming back? How do you guys feel about them possibly vaccinating our children from 5 to 11? Because the numbers are in rising. As in the last 2 days, I've seen that it's going pretty much with school age kids. I know that the requirement for high school is, for your high school, you have to be fully vaccinated to attend. How do you guys feel about it?
Oh, you asking me or you just asking people?
Anybody.
Oh, okay, just making sure. I wanted to wait till you done talking. I ain't want to wait. But honestly, it's a guinea pig operation, and the reason why I say that is like the same thing when I was in the military when they was testing out them flu shots and everything like that. It's nothing but a guinea pig operation. That's literally what it is, man. And honestly, I feel bad for them kids because it's like now you putting them kids at more at risk because their immune system ain't like us grown ups. You know what I'm saying? They're not developed all the way like we got ours. And you starting from 5 all the way to 11, I believe, or
Yeah,
fifth grade
the
to 11th
new
grade, something like that.
possible the new possible thing is that they're going to start vaccinating between 5 to 11. Now, I get nervous as a parent of a child that's within that age group simply because, like you said, they're little kids, and what they're really essentially doing is shooting you up with an inert COVID in your body. So it's just dead cells. So it's basically they injected you with COVID, and it's like you said, it's a guinea pig operation to see who's gonna live, who's gonna die. I'm personally, because that's my own kid, that's my soul kid, and probably the only kid I'll ever have. Hell no. And she don't, and she's smart enough to have her decision where she'll be like, I'm not getting vaccinated. We've had too many family members just die. I've known people that have gotten vaccinated and got COVID again, and you know they have multiple effects. So my answer is no. I see a couple people in the comments saying that they don't think kids should have it. I personally, no, I don't. Tomato. I don't know what to say.
I mean, you know, honestly, you got to look at it like this too. Kids, I'm gonna be real with you, and there's no disrespect to anybody that got kids. Kids are the most nastiest motherfuckers alive.
They nasty as hell.
The reason why I say that, man,
is booger and then eat a sandwich with that same finger. Like kids is nasty. Like
exactly.
That.
And you know what I'm saying? You know what I was saying? You know what I'm saying? You can pick your nose, but can't pick your friend's nose. But kids would do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Kids would definitely do that shit, and it's like it's more kids than adults if you think about it, especially in a school type setting. And you put some nasty motherfuckers like that, they get the vaccine, already coming in, they're sick, and next thing you know, boom, they done got it. Now they done pass it on to the next kid because they walking down the hallway holding hands and stuff like that. See, Mary had a little lamb and shit, you know. So yeah, I know. What about those fully vaccinated?
Yeah, those are they're dying of COVID. And says that most people that have tested positive only get sick for about a week. Talking about the military, the caller speaking about the NFL is trying to push down their throat. The military doesn't require you to take the vaccine, but they are sure that they have a problem giving you the B12 shot, and that's a vitamin. Should be a personal choice if you want the shot or not. I've never taken it. Now personally, I've always taken a flu shot because, as most people know in Rise Up, I come from the nursing field, so we're required to have all of those things. But I'm not really keen on taking any vaccinations. Most vaccinations require a trial of like 7 years to see exactly what it is. This is really like a trial and error, who dies and who doesn't. Now, I'm not saying that the vaccination doesn't work. I don't know. I'm not the scientist that created the shit. What I'm saying is I'm not willing to put myself on the chopping block or my child on the chopping block and roll the dice and decide if I want to get the COVID vaccination. And yes, you are most definitely correct. It should be a personal choice, not a mandation. Now, simply because of health reasons, it may backfire on you, and that's just the harsh reality that we have.
I mean, you know, the funny thing about it, somebody in the military is now, that's actually not true. The military actually is now making people required by, I believe, September 1st, if I'm not mistaken. I got a couple buddies that's still in the Army to this day, and they, you know, you can't make us take it. Like, even for me, with me trying to get booked as a comedian in some of these comic clubs, I'm starting to see now, like, with the bigger rooms and everything like that, some people are starting to see, okay, you want to either have vaccination, you know what I'm saying, or you can't, you know what I'm saying, perform here or get in. So it's like, for me, it's throwing, you know what I'm saying, it's throwing the career that I want to into mode, like, okay, is my career really worth, is this really what I want to do? And do I want to put myself on the line because this is what I want to do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, like, okay, keep pursuing this or take the vaccine. Don't pursue it, and now I'm looking at home like a regular bum that chose not to follow his dreams. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a small nigga. I'm gonna do it with dreams.
Your dreams is just do a virtual comedy show in the meantime, in between time. On some real shit, you can say that the COVID numbers is going down. We're gonna be like this for about 10 years, and that's just what the harsh reality is. No,
actually, about 2 more years. It's gonna hit hard 2 more years.
What you say?
It's gonna hit hard for 2 more years. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Like,
it's gonna
really
hit hard 2 more years.
But for like 10 years, we're not gonna really see any major effects of how complete the vaccination will work. But you know, y'all know we spent the whole last season talking about COVID, so we're about to move right on. We don't have much with the local news because Blah blah blah. I'll give y'all the shenanigans back next Tuesday. Marcus
Oh,
says the
yo,
military.
one more thing. I
Marcus
saw
says,
this.
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Marcus says the military gives all types of vaccinations, and so especially
Hell yeah,
those
we
that are
do. Trust me,
deploying. So
we
that would make
did.
sense because they are going out of the country that will they will be vaccinated, and that would make a lot of sense. Now, with them saying like the Delta variant, or they're scaring people. I don't know if you guys remember. If we go back to November, there was 3 variants: one in Africa, one in Ohio, and so they just put a new name on it. They just put a little swirl on it, put a little whipped cream on top. That's all they did. And it starts mass pandemonium. If you continue, once again, keep your house clean, take your vitamins, eat right, drink plenty of water, limit your exposure to people that are not have been in your house. And even when they do, go back and clean your house, wash your hands, bathe twice a day. I shouldn't have to tell adults this, but hey, pineapples. So they're going to do that again. They're not gonna wash up anyway. But continue to keep the same quarantine and COVID mandations that they had before. It's just nobody has their foot on your neck, and that's just what. And they said they came up with this about right in year what? They don't know. Y'all know how it is about marijuana. They're gonna always say that that's the devil's slice. You know, they're gonna always say that's the devil's slice. They're gonna always say that, but in all actuality, we know what it is. COVID doesn't equate to marijuana use, but we all know that marijuana has multiple effects. I mean, multiple positive effects to health. You know, for people that have cancer, it gives them an appetite. It's a pain reliever, etc., etc., etc. But we have to move on. We did approximately 10 minutes of COVID trash, and so that's how we're gonna do that. Buffalo. We did something amazing this week, didn't we? Well, not this week, but within the primaries of elections. Everybody's election season is coming up. Marcus said you don't get a choice in the military. You either get it or you get discharged. Wow, never knew that.
Yeah, Marcus preaching fast.
No, I'm not.
That's how it is.
I'm not
like
a
if you
person
don't get the shot by then.
You said what? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I said, yeah, that's how they're doing it. If you don't get the shot, they discharging you. So
that's
but I hope you got a backup plan. But I hope you got a backup plan for money.
My way or the highway, basically, is what you're saying.
It's always like that with the military.
I never knew that, and as a person that really wanted to join the military, I'm kind of pissed. I mean, I knew they had to do certain things, but any type of vaccination should be optional because everybody has their own personal views about what they want to do with their body. So I don't know.
The last thing I'm gonna say about the military is dealing with the military. They'll make you test all types of stuff you ain't never had. When I was in basic, they had so many different shots that people had to get. If you didn't get it outside at your regular doctor, they was basically still just testing people, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Well, you either fight and serve or be home and be regular like the rest of us folks. All right. On to other news. Once again, Buffalo did a thing. We had our primaries back about almost 3.5 weeks ago. We have our first mayoral-elect. Not as of yet. It's just a possible. She is the face of the Democratic Party. She's a socialist, Miss India Walton. We are going to give her props because Miss India Walton is one. She's going to be the first person to stand up to Mr. Weak Byron Brown. I've been sick of Byron for about 7 years now. So for 14 years, we've had the same mayor. So that I believe that's a complete maybe 4 terms. I'm not sure. But we've had the same mayor for 14 years with no type of progress, no type of anything within inside of our communities. She is the first African-American woman. And so we want to give her props for a minute. We want to stand up and just give her props that. So I'm going to advise everybody that is in the Western New York area, that's in the Buffalo area, to please vote for Miss India Walton. Please vote for her. Let's get Byron out of here. Anything is better than being melancholy. So let's talk about. I don't know how do you feel about that? I really don't really know much about her, and I'm kind of mad at her campaign team for not promoting her the way that she should have been promoted. Not saying that I won't vote for her. I just need to do my research before I go on ahead and sign my name on the dotted line. So how do you feel about that, Malachi?
So I'm be real with you. I don't really pay attention to a lot of the political stuff, and I'm be real with you. And anybody can, I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't vote. I can care less because a lot of people that sits in these political power seats, especially when it comes to these mayors, it's it's up in the air. And then you have to realize you're dealing with what the past mayor has done. So you already got Mayor Brown has been in there for quite a long time dealing with that. So now with her, you being not only the first not African American, we don't say that no more, first black woman to be in a political chair,
They
it's
talking about Moody's
not only
t-shirt.
going to be a lot of shout out to her. Make sure you check out the Mooney t-shirts, baby. Um, Understand this: when you dealing with a political power that she will get if she wins, you know what I'm saying? If she wins, you have to deal with a lot of backlash that was left in that office, and there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That still
Right.
went on in that office with Mayor Brown. So with that being said, it's like, hey, she get the opportunity now. She got more pressure on her due to the fact first woman, first black woman, and now you have to fix the things that Mayor Brown have
Right.
either
It has to
caused
get
or didn't
face of
fix.
everything. With that being said, Buffalo is low key segregated, and we still have a lot of change. That's why we've seen people rioting the way that they are, just because there still is lack of equality, lack of it's still the whole system, whether it's down to the criminal justice system, down to just basic neighborhood rights. They are still limited and segregated, and most individuals close-minded. Now, with that being said, at some point in time, Byron Brown did do things that helped the community. Now, with that being said, like you said, we don't know what goes on. I'm not a mayor. I've never even taken a chair to even want to. I wasn't even high school president. So I say that to say you got to be a bold person to stand up and be put on the chopping block and come under the scrutiny. But with her being a working class individual, at the end of the day, Byron Brown, your son's a thief, and you try to use mental health as the reason why he's stealing cars. The last time I checked, kleptomania and being a person for grand theft auto has nothing to do with psychology. You need a psychiatrist or mental health, so we can burn that up. Your son's just a thief. Secondly, it's most like it's basicness, basic things that we would expect that the mayor should do. I expect that as a black person, I'm kind of disappointed in you, Malachi, but then I understand why you don't vote, if that makes sense. I respect your decision not to vote. Me, I'm gonna vote till the end of time simply because I know what my ancestors and how many people fought for the right to just have that local right to vote, and how many tests and how many bullshit ass things that they had to go to in order to obtain that. Now, do we always see that our vote works? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We can we can vote anybody in. We can vote her in. We really have to see what she does once she gets into office. Anybody can say, "Hey, I'm gonna turn the water green," and we're waiting for the water to turn green, and they never turn it green. But excuse me, we voted them in to say that they are. So it really is. She has to put in the work. And side note, only 8% of Buffalo voted for her. Simply, like I said, it's simply because of campaigning. She may be, trying to cut corners. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for her. I'm just gonna say what my personal insight is. She may be cutting corners and she may be doing her own campaigning. She may have somebody else doing her own campaigning. So my suggestion to you is, if you're watching the show tonight, because I do branding and consulting, my consult of tonight is get on every social media platform, vote, vote, vote. Get out here every day and talk to these people. Don't go up to just polls, because everybody don't go to the bar. I don't go to the bar, so I wasn't supposed to see you at polls. Don't just go to the bar and go hang up at the bar in a Nugget and think that's how you're going to get votes. No, you got to get out here with these farmers markets, get out here and do some handy dandy work and then I'll vote for you. I can't promise anything, but just because you're black, that don't mean you get the automatic right for me to vote for you. I don't care about that.
See, that's the thing though, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially the last presidential election that went on.
Right.
A lot of people, they'll be quick to go on social media, be like, okay, boom, bam, you know what I'm saying? You need to vote. Our ancestors did this. I don't discredit anybody what they do with their political beliefs. I don't. But at the same time, if you're gonna make these votes, you need to make sure you know who you're voting for and not voting for that person just for the fact that, oh, you know what I'm saying, they black. Oh, you know what I'm saying, we need something new in the office. Because I'm going to tell you right now, look at what Biden doing right now. Ain't nothing he's done for the black community, and neither has Harris has done for the black community either. You know what I'm saying? So
I voted, but I didn't vote for them. Simply because I know that Biden he's been around with the civil rights, and we know, but yes, Kamala Harris is a black woman, or you know, she's of minority descent because she's also Asian as well. But with that being said, have y'all looked at her rate about her conviction rate and how her push for the death penalty? Now, what we see is, this is with anybody. We see imagery about anything that they campaign. They use imagery to get us to our vote, or they use certain things that we need or we've been requiring for a little bit of time to play people in. Hence why Donald Trump thought he was going to win the election, because he thought he was going to send y'all that STEMI money and y'all was going to be around. And people really was around because of that. People really did vote for him for the stimulus. But you got to think about it. Donald Trump used our nation as big corporation. He took what was manifest destiny and us built, believing on a dream, not saying that it pertains to everybody inside of the dream, but Donald Trump basically bribed America, and he thought he was going to win off that. But what happened was January 6th, the people from the Hills Have Eyes came out, and all the little chicken nuggets and everything kept rolling up in there, thinking that they was about to take over the Capitol. And they thought they was going to make a change. But I'm here to tell you, we in the 21st century. Nobody is going back to slavery. Nobody is going back to being a second or third class citizen. We're not going to do this. Marcus said, LOL, if Georgia didn't win, McConnell would still be in charge of Congress. Trump was a walking disaster, along with that comb over. So, once again, pineapple. Y'all fight me on it. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all know I don't like 45. Y'all know he basically played every class of Americans in here. So same thing locally. If you're gonna vote, before we jump into Donald Trump and that sorry ass book, if you're gonna vote, know who you're voting for. He was most definitely right. Know who you're voting for. Exactly. Don't sit up here and vote blindly. Don't fill in the ballot box because you don't know who is what, because that's like signing your name off to the devil. Don't do it. And exactly. That's just how it has to be. Go ahead.
Like that's like when they was trying to vote, when Donald Trump was going against what's the old boy name, and he was promising, I forgot his name, but they were sitting there trying to promise everything to black people and everything like this and that. First and foremost, same thing with Biden. Biden was able to clear a bill for the Asian community.
Right.
On they hate crimes.
For us.
Exactly. He hasn't done anything for us, and that's why I try to tell a lot of people.
That's what pisses me. Like no bashing to the Asian community, because the hate that they created for y'all was because of the COVID pandemic and the pandemonium. That was Donald Trump trying to create the fact that he was negligent about preservation of life for the public health of the community. But y'all know I done talked about that already. Biden, you couldn't think, as many people have died through the course of centuries, you couldn't think to create an African American hate bill, a black hate bill. You couldn't think to do it. And
that's literally why I tell people all the time. That's another reason why I don't vote, because it's like y'all sit here, especially people in the comments, talking about our people got hoes and attacked.
We did get hoes, and don't get me wrong, I still say that you should vote, but know who you're voting for.
Exactly, and that's the thing about it is like don't throw out the antics of what our ancestors went through. They went through the stuff to make sure that their kids and stuff like that can get through the best things about off the Jim Crow laws and everything like that. Look at it now. Biden
Right.
really hasn't done anything for Black community, and I'm trying to tell people that, and I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Y'all really voting for a dude that didn't make any sense. I'm not saying Trump any better. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying he ain't no better. But at the same time, look what's about to set up in the next couple of years, or maybe a year or two. Biden is about to be senile. Not to mention they haven't made no type of black bill for people, for us to be protected. You mean to tell me the whole entire black movement that we just had, not the Black Lives Matter organization, that's run by white men. So we already know the bullshit that come out of that.
Government bullshit.
Exactly. But understand this though. You mean to tell me that the whole Biden and shit like that, you have to understand he hasn't done shit for us. He really hasn't done shit for us. And then not to mention, y'all voted for Harris too as vice president. She threw half the black community in jail weed. And what happened? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, yeah, you're right. He is senile. My fault. He is senile. You know what I mean. But you know what I mean. But yo, Harris ain't about to do no. Okay. Harris ain't about to do no better. And not to mention, they just said on the news a couple of days ago that his health is really on a diminish. So not only is his time in the president office already being diminished, so Harris is going to take over in a lot of right. Harris is about to take over. Not only she's about to really push the death penalty, like we just talked about, she's really not about to let the people out that's been incarcerated for weed or anything like that. So it's going to turn into a lopsided world. And the reason why I say this, you know what I'm saying, is because I love y'all women. Trust me, don't get me wrong. I love the women. But it's going to turn into a lopsided world because now with a woman being in power, it's going to turn even more lopsided. Everybody's going to turn into chaos. It's going to turn that way because then people are going to be like, okay, boom. Now we got to listen to her. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give the chance of a woman being in president office. You know what I'm saying? Then again, we don't know what she going to do because we already seen the track record she got. You know what I'm saying? When you already got a bad track record and the fact that you about to get into office, you know what I'm saying, when Biden gets put out and go to a retirement home for old presidents. You know what I'm saying? We about to hit the wall. Yeah, we about to hit the wall. Because I'm going to tell you right now, countries going to take Harris as a joke. Countries like Russia, countries like Iran and all them, they're going to I'm saying that because remember, you have to remember.
Men have a say and women don't. Women have a voice and women don't have a voice and men do.
And that's what I'm getting at.
A better chance
that's the term I'm getting at because it's going. Say it again.
We had a better chance with Hillary. Simply because
I don't know.
Because she was senator. She could really piggyback off of Bill. She really could. Not saying that she don't have her mind of her own, but because she could piggyback on Bill. Bill can still be a delegate in her ear and still be an advisor. A lot of people respect Bill Clinton. You know, he's not. I'm
gonna tell you right now though. But that presidential power get the people. So she would have got that presidential seat. She's not gonna listen to Bill. She wasn't gonna listen to him. She'd be like, first of all, honey, I hear what you're saying, but take a back seat. I'm in charge now. It's your time.
Right. Don't be the first husband. So Ramona said, just like when President Obama wasn't in office and the Dems had the majority of the Senate, once the Republicans took the Senate, they stated that they would not let anything President Obama wanted to pass through Congress. This is why they need to come to, this is what we talk about bipartisanship. And that comes into voting. And if you don't know anything about the political world, then it means nothing to you. But if they can't come together on basic laws and bills that are effective and that betters the whole community of people, and it's the whole Commonwealth, basically, the whole Commonwealth of the nation. If they can't do that, they're gonna fight. That January 6th just proves what they deal with on a regular basis. We just seen it fall to shambles at this time because I said, just hire someone to take them out. But that just and presidents aren't kings. You're right. But at the same time, presidency does get to certain people's head. And basically, same thing with like Kamala Harris. Like, I just don't, personally for me, I didn't like her. But Biden and her were the better choice. Like I said, I did not vote for them. I vote for, you asked me, I was voting for, I can't even think of his name right now, but I voted for him. It'll come to me. I'm just having a senior moment.
Honestly, stupid. Honestly, you gotta look at it like this. People say Biden and Harris was like the best option, but it's like, was it the best option in people's mind perspective because they was tired of Trump, or was it the best option because nobody else was really running for president? Look at all the people that we got in office right now in government and everything like that.
That's right.
There we go. That was his name. Yep. There we go. That's yeah.
Yeah, I would vote for Bernie all day.
But Bernie was promising stuff that he couldn't back up as well too. That's the thing about it.
He promised stuff that he can't back up, but guaranteed Bernie Bernie gonna get up in there and he gonna bust a Dougie on them. Simply because Bernie didn't march with everybody. Bernie was marching with civil rights people. Bernie really don't care. It was never really about what political party he stood for. He just had to use that political party because he needed the platform to be, that's the major thing. But at the same time, people are scared. Bernie was like for the Green Party, the working Americans and socialists of America. People, there's still shit that people aren't comfortable talking about yet. You know what I mean? Sex trafficking, the economy, reparations. They're still not ready to talk about these things. And so Bernie wasn't gonna be the voice. He would have been a voice of reason, but Bernie would have been the toss up in Capitol Hill. I ain't gonna even hold you.
But you gotta look at it like this too, though. A lot of people that get put into these presidential spots, they're throwing out them lies to get put on stage. You know what I'm saying? Yes, presidents aren't kings because it's ran by the Congress, honestly, and Senate. But here's the thing about it, though. When you got all these older people that's in these power chairs instead of some younger cats that need to be in there, like younger people that we need to know, you know what I'm saying, can do this. But listen, like old boy said, Bernie is pretty much older. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then not to mention, people in the comments, I'm real with you, y'all speaking what I was about to say. Bernie was older than Trump.
Y'all going so fast, we can't comment on everything. But that's fine.
Facts. But yes, Bernie was older than Trump and Biden. Not to mention, how long was Bernie going to last in that type of presidential power as well, too?
That man had his legs crossed outside with some earmuffs and a scarf at the inaugural conference. I guarantee he took his B12 shot and the immunity vax before he came out there.
He was looking like my grandmother on Sunday service. I'm not hearing that. You know what I'm talking about? The conjugated front row seat. Talking about some. Go ahead, Pastor. Keep preaching. Now we got time today.
To pass around at church. Okay.
Hey, he was serving communion wine before anything. Pass the plate.
Pass the plate.
But yeah, listen though. But to me, like I said, Bernie, I'm not saying Bernie would have done a bad job, but at the same time, we don't know because we have the same elderly people in office that's over like 70 to 90 years old. Like, you mean to tell me we can't get somebody that wants to be young in office?
About their term, they have to, like, just like judges and Supreme Court judges or any judge, they have to go until they have to literally be a judge until the day they die. So if they keep if they keep voting them in with Congress and Republicans and representatives of the state, they're voted in. So that's the people voting them in, and they may be doing their job for their state. I just don't see the progress in New York. That's what I don't see.
Well, I guess Judge Joe Judy and Judge Brown, they gonna keep going till they old as hell too. They gonna walk into the court with walkers and shit.
Right, you gotta go to the crypt to come for them and they sue.
Hey, first of all, I'll be real with you, yo. My grandfather was on Judge Joe Brown some years back, and he still got the cassette tape too. for a traffic violation.
Did it work out in his favor?
I can't remember. Man, I don't know if it was a traffic violation or a car accident for some property damage. I don't know, but I think he did win. But it's the fact that we got put on TV and we hit the mark right there. You know how legendary it is to be on Judge Joe Burrow? It's legendary.
Yeah. That's somebody's grandfather cussing you out. You got to take that seriously. So we're gonna move on to other news. We actually touched base on a little bit of everything. Donald Trump book. I really wasn't trying to get that too much air, but Donald Trump made a book. I did it alone. He didn't do anything alone. He played everybody in America, even his own people.
Donald Trump does what he does at the strip club, throw money.
You said what?
Donald Trump does what he do for America like he do at the strip club, throw money. Okay, that's all he do.
Grabs coochies. I'm sorry. I can't respect no man that just here, give it here, hold it in. I can't.
But listen, that's half them old geezers on the Senate and fucking Congress.
They
don't say you don't see so.
He was the most dangerous president in history. Don't get mad at me.
The thing. Hey, look, let's be realistic. I'll be real with you. Lavelle Crawford, one of the comedians, said the most realist thing. We didn't have a black president when it came to Barack Obama, okay? Trump was the black president. He was the nigga, all right? That nigga was the realest motherfucker when it came to talking shit.
He was a gangster. He was a con artist. You know what? His name should have been Lamar Donald Trump. Because Lamar was ghetto as hell. He was bullying people
man, not Lamar.
Beating niggas in the background, in the room. Sorry, everybody. I know I use that word nigga for everybody. Pineapples. But yeah. Y'all know how Donald Trump is.
This is what I want you to understand, okay? For you as a black woman, okay, don't you talk about me. I'm going to talk about you, all right? I'm Donald Trump. I sit in the power.
Why you got to be so soft-spoken?
So soft-spoken. That's how he sounds. That's really how he sounds.
What you're going to do is, they said I couldn't be voted in. They said I couldn't do it. And at this point, are you hypnotizing me? Because I feel like you're trying to hypnotize me. It was a seed out of Get Out that I just thought that I was doing. So,
like, yo, you understand when Donald Trump was talking, he always used that one hand motion. I just want you to understand.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Look, that's how he got the woman. That's how he got the woman. That's his coochie grab practice right there. I just want you to.
I don't even want to smell those fingers. Okay. Okay. Back to business.
That's how he was.
Back to business. We got a solid 22 minutes. The MAGA folks love him because he said, Ramona said, Donald Trump has tiny hands. I can't.
He had booty. That's what it was. He was digging in his ass.
Listen, I don't want to smell those fingers.
But yo, listen. One more thing on Donald Trump being a gangster. Yo, if you look at the one video where he told his wife, he said, "Get your ass on, let's go." I was like, yo, if that ain't the most ghettoest nigga,
and you know that every time they had a photo shoot, they always had an argument. Cause look at her face, she be like,
facts.
Or she be standing in front, not next. She don't even want his shadow to touch her.
Listen, that's bad with your shadow. You don't want your shadow touching the sun beaming.
Yes. So I don't know if you watched the Rolling Loud concert for 2021.
Oh, I did. I watched some.
So how did you feel about the baby? talking about Lil Nas X, and Lil Nas X has his little thong got in a bunch.
I don't think he was talking about Lil Nas X.
I don't think he was neither, but Lil Nas X necessarily. I think because he came on after him, he assumed that he was talking about him. So
But, here's the funny thing about it though. What made the baby's performance, and I'm gonna be real, what made his performance such a gangster performance, the fact you had Meg Thee Stallion come on beforehand,
before
then
Tory
you
Lanez,
had Tory Lanez. Yeah, I was like, oh, you real gangster for that.
The baby
The
baby really messes with Meg, so that wasn't no pun at her. That wasn't no pun at her. I think he was really
and it wasn't, honestly, in a lot.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I didn't.
No, you go ahead.
No, I just don't think it was no pun towards her. The baby really messed with her. Like, that's one of her real close friends. So I don't think he, it's still money. It's still set to be made.
And honestly, and I'm be real with you, if you look at it, the baby is one of the smartest people actually when it comes to the concerts.
Right.
I'm not gonna say music wise. I'm gonna say concert wise, because if you look at his concerts, they're always sold out.
Every last
but he's also throwing out. He's always bringing in that big money. The fact that before you went to Rolling Loud and you paid $10,000 to extend out the show, you mean people gonna fuck with it, and they gonna come back and be like, yo, you gotta see the baby. This nigga, he actually extending shows. He actually giving us what we want. Just like J. Cole. Exactly. Just like what J. Cole did when one of his concerts, when he was just supposed to perform a few of his songs off of Forest Hill Drive. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and perform the whole entire album for you. And this was in Fayetteville. Now you know how much of a hometown love that is for you to not only come back to your hometown where your birthplace was at, and you went ahead and performed the whole entire album for these fools, and they only paid for what? A few songs from you after a couple features in front of you? Come on now. That's love right there. It's a marketing scheme. So when you bring Tory Lanez out into the, it's a marketing scheme. I'm about to make y'all love my music even more. So
right. So he basically said that motherfuckers basically twisted his conversation, his words, which I honestly believe. The baby is y'all don't realize he don't really have A&R. He really marketed himself. So he doesn't know, and he doesn't have a person that's like for public relations to mirror his anything that he says. So a lot of stuff he says, he's saying off the top of his head. He don't care. Like he told y'all today, I have gay fans and straight fans. He is a hood dude. He's gonna say stuff about gay people without knowing he's saying stuff about gay people. That's just what it is. No, I don't agree with him. But like he said, my gay fans. Now, all that other shit about having HIV and all that shit, that's just negligence, and I just blame that on his age. Just people say whatever for wow factor. He didn't understand that it was probably going to be controversial because with everything with gay rights being what they are right now.
But think about it.
What'd you say?
Like think about it though. Now that same thing with NBA YoungBoy with the whole herpes and stuff like that came out, that incident, it boosted him a lot more than what people thought it was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Even for me, I was like, oh, that's kind of nasty. You got herpes. Throw up. But think about it. Everybody still listens to NBA YoungBoy, except I don't really listen to him like that.
Why not? He ain't giving me herpes.
Exactly, and not to mention, women still having babies by this fool, just like Nick Cannon. Okay, we know what they do.
Man, I wanted to talk about him this week. At this point in time, he got a football team, and
that nigga got a baseball team.
This is how I figured. If you can afford to take care of them, have as many as you like. He can take care of them. He owns Nickelodeon.
To me, it's like. To me, it's like I personally, even though I was that rich with all them endorsements and TV shows, I'm not about to have about 8 or 7 kids with different women. Like, hold up, like that's a lot of
Well,
birthdays. I
at
gotta
this
go to
point,
her house
I'm
and then
assuming
go to
that he's
her house and then go to her house.
I'm assuming that he's polyamorous. So that's the reason why there's all these children. Not, not trying to get into his personal life, but if you think about it, he just had a baby 3 weeks ago. He turned around. I mean, he just had twins 3 weeks ago. He just had another baby. So I'm thinking that he's probably, folks, he's polyamorous. He has relationships with multiple women, and they know about it. Why do you think there is no drama?
But at the same time, the reason why there's no drama is exactly why when I watched this podcast last night, women love stability over love. They don't give a fuck about anything else. That nigga can take care of the kids and he can take care
all
of
the
me.
bills, and I still don't have to work. I can get me a nanny and live my best adult life, and that's what it be. That's really what it really is.
And not to mention too, what I learned is, and this may be, I don't know yet, but I think after 10 kids, you're actually supposed to be taking off of child support. I'm not mistaken.
You made that up for a person that don't got no kids. That don't even, is that logical?
Listen. I'm not. Listen. I didn't make that up. I read. Somebody told me they read that in a news article. They said.
The comments and put that shit down in the comments because.
I'm gonna need somebody to research that, because if that's true, I see why these fools out here having kids.
Me and my daughter.
I see why these fools out here popping babies like Tic Tacs.
Right. Listen. It is not cute. I don't like the accessories. I'm sorry. I don't like the car seat, the bags, the bottles, the pacifier. Changing outfits because they're gonna throw up on me, and I gotta change the outfit because they probably didn't crack. I don't like it. It's I love kids.
Honestly, I see why a lot of y'all people that are parents, they say you want to get past the stages of the diapers and the bottles and stuff like that, because it becomes a lot more easier after that.
The accessories be killing me, man. It was carrying a baby bag. I stopped carrying a purse for a while. Shit, I don't even remember if I carried a wallet at that point because I had so much stuff. I'm not.
So, after looking at my sister's pregnancy, she over here got a Coach purse diaper bag. I said, these fools have made a Coach purse diaper bag.
Priorities.
That's crazy.
But I can't say that because when I was like that, oh, my baby got. Then you realize they gonna mess up everything that you done spent. You gonna spill formula in that Coach bag. They gonna throw up on the Louis Vuitton baby holder. I'm just saying. Go ahead and go to Walmart. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. How they gonna know? Unless you told them.
Yo, that's like when Kim Kardashian, she got a Rolls Royce with a like fur on the outside of it. I think.
Is that terry cloth?
Yeah.
Or is that?
I don't know. It reminded me of Dumb and Dumber with that dog van.
I was thinking it was giving me 70 vibes with the shag rug. So that's what I was thinking. But I'm gonna mind my business.
Look, you might as well turn that Rolls Royce into a. Hey, you might as well turn that Rolls Royce into an Astro van.
Right. I was waiting on Shaggy and Scooby Doo to come out. Cause why? So isn't this super cute? If you steal a Starbucks,
somebody was fucking the back of that van.
That's all I say. What Krusty stays with. She got little kids. It's gum. There's a fruit roll up on there. Northton spilled polish because she paid.
Don't forget the Cheeto hands, the Cheeto hands.
The flaming hot hands. Yeah, I'm not around. So we about to bring it close to it, and y'all know what it is with the fashion. It's 90s fashion. We coming down to the last 10 minutes. This was a bomb ass show, everybody. And thank you. This was our third season. Like I said, this is our third season. Wow, it's our third season already. And so let's talk about it. We come to bring the noise. We come to bring the pain. We have Andre the Firestarter, where we all we looking at is his emoji in the back. And we have Malachi, and we have Rare Girl Sash, a.k.a. Christina Neely. And I'm glad that you guys joined in tonight. I'm glad that you joined into the conversation. We will be back next Tuesday with a lot more sauce, a lot more flavor, a lot more shit talking, as y'all know that I do. And We will see you guys. He sounds to me like he's what Ronda say? Did you see what she said? He just likes to have one safe sex talking about Nick Cannon.
Hey, when you rich, they don't care about condoms. They don't know what
He's the
condoms.
raw dog king. At this point, I would think that he probably has trichomonas. And
That's just like Sharif with his baby mama.
Yo.
Hey, did you see that video with Sharif when she told him she was pregnant again? He was like, pregnant again? We just had one. Oh, we just got over that one. Hold on, you having another baby? Baby, we was fucking last night. Remember we went to Mexico? We went to Mexico, we was getting on in the balcony and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I told you not to do it, but you did it anyway. You said, baby, I'm about to loose, you know. That brother was like,
Once again, thank you to everybody that came in for our third season, our first episode. Tell me, you guys, if you like our personalities. Don't forget to drop up in the talksomeshit@gmail.com. Drop the comments or articles that you want to talk about, whatever we want to talk about. Also, Wild Thoughts will be back. So come Saturday, tune in for the noise and the freaky sex talk and all the relationship questions that you guys want to have. But thank you. I will see you Tuesday with the regular ish.
I feel Saturday like
ish, and we around. So we have Andre the Torch. We have Andre the Torch Robinson right here.
What's going on, everybody?
Malachi Rockmore right here. And it's your girl Red Gal Stash. You know I'm about to talk my shit because that's what I say. And I love y'all and thank y'all for coming out tonight. And thank you for supporting. So like and share this video. Like and share these guys right here. And see you guys next Tuesday.
Oh, before we go, if you like podcasts, I got my podcast coming out tomorrow called Setting the Bar. Men learn their values and stuff like that. You want to check that out tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Your boy the Fox, that's me. I'm gonna be on it.
Men,
and also, you know, you like comedy, check in with me too.
Wait, hold on, wrong hand. Check.
Wrong hand. Hey, put the hand back down. Put it back up. There you go. Put it. This ain't stop the yard.
Okay. I'm ready. See you guys next Tuesday.
Hot as hell in this damn room, man. I tell you, Buffalo houses need to put AC in their houses, man. I'm tired of the ceiling fans.
We haven't agreed. They haven't came up with indoor AC yet. That's elective.
Look, that's why I like being in North
Carolina.
Yeah,